I'll say what best does that is evolving. Gideon Okeke is evolving. Let's put it that way, because I have gone through a matrix of personalities or things to help me arrive to where I want to go. As I pick up challenges every day, that's one word that resonates in everything that I do, and also in my choices. It's just that evolution from the guy yesterday who wanted to be seen to today, the guy who's taking a chance on himself. So evolving, yeah. I got my mother, I got my daughter. And I love my work. I love the work I do. Maybe not the work I do, but I love it. I love this business. I love being an actor. I love music. So if she were a girl, I'll date her. I love music a lot. This was secondary school. Alberta Ken Hansen, God bless her soul. She passed whilst we were in secondary school. Some funny illness or so. But yeah, it was butterflies. Her friends, or my friends, staged us. They knew I was a very timid kid. Not timid, but, I wouldn't talk, I wouldn't, until they say perform, and then I come out, But I don't know how word got around that I was liking Alberta, and somehow they staged us both to be in the same room together, and booyah, there we go. Of course. If I had ever had a crush on any girl, of course, yes, I did. I crush very easily. I don't know if that's a crime. I've crushed on Ego Boyo one time, her TV days. Crushed on, we've all taken turns in crushing on Genevieve, haven't we? I crushed on my primary school seatmate, Kofo Abiose. Woof. That's like the girl of my dreams. Kofuworola Abiose. She doesn't watch TV, so I don't think she's going to see this. But if she does, yeah, scoring points. Yeah, and I crush on talent a lot. It's a blessing to be gifted. It's a special thing to be gifted. Anybody who's gifted in anything, I just want to be in your space. I crush on talent, yeah. Man, woman, doesn't matter. So I dated this chick who was 6 years older than me, 7 years. She's married now, woo! But she really matured me, eh? Dating her really matured me. I liked who I was I like who I am in a relationship. It's like Wi-Fi to a phone. But my first serious relationship was 3 years and change ago. Let's say 4 years now. 4 years ago. Dated for 3 years. We lived together for 2 years. Her family was gracious to let us live together without a ring on a finger. That kind of family. And my family, that kind of family too. We had a great time. We parted ways mutually understanding. No issues. Not like no issues, of course there were issues. But we are buddies, we're friends, we can talk today, But yeah, my first serious relationship was like just here. On a scale of 1 to 10, how weird am I? I don't even know. I'm challenge driven. I like adventure. I like to take a chance. But how weird? It's kind of vague, but how weird? Well, I think I'm safe. I think I play it safe as much as I'm unassumable. Is that the word? Yeah, unassumable, yeah. I could be any guy, I don't know. I could be anything. And by way of hiding behind being an actor, I don't think the only box you should put me in is the last one when I'm leaving here. People always try to put you in a box. This is who you are, this is who you can be, this is what you should be. No, it's only one box we should all be in, is the last one. So I could be anybody by way of being an actor. At what age did I truly first fall in love? That's uni. That was my 20s. It's probably 2021. Yeah, fell in love with a girl in school. I lived with her. Love at first sight. It's don't fool me a lot of times. You know how you have conversation with people eyeball without saying whatever it is? It has fooled me too a lot of times. I don't know if I believe in it. But I like to subscribe to it. But yes, it has fooled me a lot of times. Do I think of previous girlfriends? I think of yes. By way of the situations we've been in and all. Yeah, I make references to. I'm cool with my exes. Depends on the occasion, both. I said this to one of my closest colleagues, or one of my colleagues who I work the closest with, who plays my love interest wife on Tinsel, Beverly Naya. Before she was cast, I was asked to look around, to shop, and recommend any actor that I'd love to work opposite. And I sent in a few names. Hers was tops. Well, hers came tops because of our availability and all. Of course, I also put in other names. But when she was approached, she was available, and she chose to do it. But down the line, I observed that she is really talented. She comes to work. She really comes to work. So just last week, I was saying to her, someone asked this question on set, that don't you take your work home? Don't you feel anything when you guys do this thing? And I said it in front of Beverly. But she cut the point later. I like to say, I'm human. My heart pumps blood. You know, I'm a virile guy, you know what I mean? If I don't feel anything, then there's a problem with me. But if she comes to work with her gifts, I am distracted, or rather, I don't see the booty. If she comes to work, I don't see the booty. But if she doesn't, I have a distraction. I'm looking at your booty. So I play particular notes on who I'm working with, because I really love to. It's like ping pong. It's beautiful when you get a sparring partner who commits. I played a film in Ghana where it was a sex scene, not a love scene, but I'll call it a sex scene, not a love scene. Love scene could stop at making out. But it's actually a sex scene. I actually enjoyed playing it with a girl because she came to work. It was a lot of body contact because we were under the sheets, not necessarily under the sheets. We were positioned in a very compromising way, but it was beautiful for the camera. But our bodies were very much in contact, and a very beautiful girl. But she was working, and I didn't see that. Once the guy said cut, I didn't feel awkward like she felt she was feeling me. No, I didn't feel awkward because I know she's working. So when she's working, I'm not seeing anything else. But if she's not working, I might start seeing something else. But I do not take my work home. You will find a particular brand of yogurt made north side, yogurt and fura de nono. It's mixed together. They haven't paid me, so I won't call their name. Well, you find that yogurt in my fridge. You find veggies. My staff makes me vegetables, salads all the time. You find salads. Some palm wine. Some palm wine. Yeah. Before my kid, unbridled passion. Just passion. Just, Gideon, go out and conquer the world. Just, my goals were just my drive. Ambition was just the thing. But in the last 3 years, my daughter has developed in an unimaginable way. So much credit to her mom. My daughter is so intelligent, so smart. If I shared her videos with you, you get what I'm saying. She's acting now. She does monologues of her playbooks. She's acting. She's making faces. The girl is acting. She's reenacting everything she sees on the screen now. And she does performances. And that's enough to scare me. That's enough to make me feel like, oh, what? You want to go to Ivy League? Oh man, now I can't say you can't go now. I can't say you can't have it. Because look what you're giving me right now. I like to say that I want to start off my kids with everything that I struggled for as their own entry level. Everything that I struggled for should be their entry level. And she's showing me so much. My mom says that was me too. That was what I gave them. That they had to run out of the house and be like, yo, we got to find this thing for this kid, man, because no, we can't spoil it. It's special. She's so special, I can't shortchange her. Wherever she wants to go, I can't short. So I really need to work hard. I really need to work hard. And there's a lot of work in front of me. But I secretly want her to be an actor. Secretly. Yeah. Yeah. I talk to myself a lot. Sometimes I'm a recluse of my own self. Going by the way I'm wired in this world, I'm an only kid. That's what I've understood all my life. Conversations with myself. How do I go through bad times? Myself. Talk to myself. That's why I acquired a property with space. So me and all my siblings who didn't come through, we're all here. You know, yeah, it's a full house, for real. So I talk to myself. I shut out from whatever it is. I play escapism a lot with whatever, with music. I love music a lot. So I go to music, you know, to help me purge whatever is bothering me. I like to think I'm a people person sometimes when I'm in the zones for it. I'm as much an extrovert as I am an introvert, whatever the word for that is. But yeah, my me time a lot. My greatest fault would be, I think, being stuck in my head a lot of times. I think so. Because I've been intimate before. I've been intimate a few times, and I know I see that people are struggling to get in my head, and I'm stuck there, not wanting to share. You know I do this a lot. Maybe that's my fault. What am I bad at? I used to not be a great dancer until theater came, and I took up the challenge. Not saying I'm a good dancer now, but I used to be whack. And then theater, and once I get paid to dance, I'd start dancing. Like, it's unbelievable. How did I start to dance? You know, yeah. But I can't pick anything right now. Well, it could be in relation to two different people, to a partner and to a friend. With a partner, it would be very bad of me to not share, to be in my head, to carry my worries and not share them, because I don't want to bother the next person with my issues. That would be bad in relation to a partner. But with a friend, I would share. With a friend, I think a bad quality would be overbearing. To be overbearing. And with a partner would be not to share, to carry the weight of my challenges on my shoulders and not share them. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, I think. Singer. All the time. Loneliness. Ideas. Ideas, inspiration, ideas, what I want to do next. They wake me up from sleep. I wake up, I just have to walk all the way from there down here. Ideas keep me up at night. Sometimes I sleep and it's like get up and go and write it. Ideas keep me up. I'm most efficient between 1 and 4 a.m. I'm always out there here. Privileges I enjoy due to celeb status. I am not a celebrity. I am just popular by way of the work I do. Because when we go celebrity, my opinion says that celebrity comes with some cash equity, some financial equity. So if you call yourself a celebrity, you best be showing me the ching ching. But I'm not a celebrity, man. No, I'm just famous by the work I do. Privileges I enjoy as being famous or popular, undeserved respect. But that's what acting does. It inspires reverence and not fanfare. The artist, the music artist, you see him and you be like, ah. But you see the actor, you have to think about it. That's him. Before you're thinking about it, he's gone. You know they say boys don't cry. Boys shouldn't cry. Man up. Be a man. I don't listen to that. Like I said about me being here with the rest of my siblings who didn't make it. My mom raised me pretty much the boy and the girl. I didn't spend so much time in the kitchen doing work. I probably just hung around while she was doing the work, and I'm just hanging around. If she needs help, we had domestic staff. But on her dressing table as well, I'm always hanging around. So I was raised like a boy and a girl. So I have both information. I'm trying to take this to my sensitivity as a person. I am liberal with my sensitivity. I don't believe boys don't cry or man up, or if it gets to me, I would express, I would expel it by talking about it, by crying about it, by wailing, praying about it. I cry. I do that. And I hide, I can hide a lot of things in being an actor. A lot of things come from being an actor. So I have that liberty to express myself, which is one of the greatest gifts in being an actor. Not to bottle things up, not to find outlets and how to express these things. I could bottle my personal life up and express it through a character. So sometimes I could cry in a film, and it's cry that I was supposed to cry last week. I'm just bringing back to that, just help me, So I cry when I need to cry. When a girl I'm trying to hook up with is telling me some other thing, who's ashamed to say that? Well, probably I didn't cry in front of you, whatever. My wildest imagination. It's not good for camera. It's not good for the camera. Next question. No, it's not good for camera. It has they rated VSNL. It has all of those things. If I had the power to swap lives with anyone, who would that be? I don't know. They're all going through their own things too. Maybe I'd just like to switch location, but still be Gideon. Location, that's what I'll switch. I don't switch myself. If I had a limitless credit card, then I won't swap locations on the previous question. I'll build me an art school on like 7 floors. I'll create facility for the industry. The way that I have saved money to go abroad to go study, I'll do that here and bring those tutors here. Just stay 6 months stretch and pay them for my limitless credit card to empower people here instead of them saving money. I had to borrow money to go to school. It was a lot of money. And when I got there, I would ask them like, hey, wouldn't you guys love to come to Africa to come do this? They're like, yeah, if you put the money down, we'll come. So if I had a black card, I'd do that. Totally enjoyed secondary school. Totally did. Because I um, started discovering myself more from then. You know, I totally enjoyed it. My mates, you know, everything we went through. Yes, I did enjoy secondary school. I did well with my studies. I did well. Um, but performance art was just my thing, and that stood me out from everyone else. Um, I was entrusted with with the literary debating and dramatic club. I was entrusted with that. It was so huge, but it felt like being a prefect. Or maybe I did it quite well. Felt I was, you know, I was giving that thing like I was a prefect. Because my teachers would entrust, would just buy a book and say, hey, read this and cast your mates in it and direct it and present it on Friday. And then when I come on Friday and present it, they clean it up. And so, you know, so that responsibility to go back to the hostel and rehearse things with my mates and, you know, that entrusting me with that, yeah, totally enjoyed it. Being on stage, playing fella in secondary school, in a military school, Nigerian Navy, doing zombie to military men. I think that was guts. I think they never forgot that. They knew that. And I wasn't thinking about it that way. I just thought I want to do this, and then I told my English teacher, and she was like, okay, do it. And I went and I performed it, and my commandant was like, who's this kid? And I don't think they will ever forget that. Am I still friends with friends from school? Everybody. We're on a WhatsApp group right now. Everybody's catching up. Mercy Johnson used to be my classmate. Yeah, we're cool buddies. She's a big star now. Uzo Aruko as well, big star too. Best friends then. Growing up, I mean, my neighbors were cool as my friends. But in my teens, after uni, I made friends with boys who were like 2 streets from mine, who would come. I never went to their house. They would always come to. Like as I said, my friends chose themselves for themselves. My dad just saw them, and you know, he just opened the door. I wasn't raised to bring. Excuse me. I wasn't raised to bring friends home, because I was always home. You know, so my friends came to visit me, and I'll be outside, entertain them, and they're gone. It's my best memory of childhood. You know, everything I'm saying now just seems like performance, performance, performance. But the attention you get from being that kid, who's that performance guy, you know, the attention you suck up was a good memory of childhood. I grew up alone. I grew up in the ghetto, so I was a restrained upbringing, because I couldn't spoil. I couldn't spoil. I couldn't mix up. I couldn't do that. You know, my dad had a very keen eye on me and a strong hand as well. So I didn't really go much places. Like I said, I traveled the whole world in front of the TV. So that time I had to perform when everybody see me in my elements was a good time to suck all that attention, even if I wasn't getting it. I'm an influence of good writing. The writers that I've worked with, or the work that I have done, have come from writers who have sat nights and over and workshopped and written these things. So I'm an influence of the characters I've played. All the characters I've played. Even this area boy, the street guy. So their words have influenced me. And I have become even better by playing these guys. So I don't think I have a cheesy line I have used. I think I always find a way to say it. What are my best toasted lines? Oh my word. I don't know. Al Pacino says, food tastes better when shared with great people. So when I'm saying to her, hey, honey, I like to hang out with you, you know, da 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 da, And I chuck in that line. You say, no, food tastes better when shared with great people. We can have lunch, and then we can eyeball each other and talk more. Because great things happen at communion. Break bread. Great things happen at communion. And I believe in communion. I believe in get to know you better over food. Al Pacino didn't have to say that. My childhood was quiet. I read my books, I watched a lot of TV. Stayed by myself a lot of times. My friends chose themselves for themselves. Not like I wasn't allowed to go out, but I just didn't go out. Partly I wasn't allowed, and partly I had the liberty to, but I just didn't want. I just feel like, you know what, no. I've created this little space in here that is fun, and I don't need to go anywhere. It was quiet. I was in my head all the time. Worst childhood memory. My mother did it to me, but who can blame her? She had a miscarriage after me. No, I lie. She had a stillbirth after me. It was a girl. I haven't asked her permission to say this, but I know it's all right because we've moved on. She had a stillbirth. It was a girl in '84. And it haunted her for a long time. So she wanted another child. She wanted a kid. So my mom took me everywhere for a child. Doctor, church. The only place we didn't go was Juju. My mom believes in God, believes in Jesus Christ, She never went to Juju. But we went everywhere there was, they said. I don't know if they were sharing Pekin in those places. I don't know how my mother was taking me everywhere. But she took me everywhere. I didn't like that. But I felt for her that all of these things she's doing is to add someone to me. But in '99, something happened. We got to this doctor / pastor / spiritualist. And we enter her room. We've said the opening, she'll hold your hands and she'll pray, and then before she starts consulting with you. And she's held her hand, she's prayed, and she said, Madam, I beg, tell your brother to stay outside. Make we talk woman to woman first. May I ask you some woman to woman questions before we now get to... He said, no, it's my picking, this one. The woman say, this one your picking? He said, yes. He said, madam, I have nothing to do for you now. If you will go home and believe that this one can be like 10, then you just stop worrying because your worries are all over your face. Like 99, my mother stopped. I and my mother stopped going everywhere. In secondary school, we would always pay our school fees in bank drafts, procure a bank draft from home, come to school, pay it in. But this one time I had gone to Kaduna. My dad wasn't having it at the time. So he had sent me to his brother to go get my school fees. Uncle. This was a big issue. This was my first time going bad. The ever first time I did anything. I was such a good kid until that time. So they gave me the cash because they trusted me, right? I was a good kid. They say, hey, that's you, right? Take the cash and go procure the bank draft when you get to PH, and then you can pay it in school. And I kept the money, and every day it was going. Every day it was going. And then I wonder what I was saying to myself, that I would replace it, because I would, I'm the president of the Literary Debating Club. We had dues. We had little plays that my mates would pay $20 and come see in school, and they allowed me do that. And I would remit some to my English teacher, who remitted to, who buy stuff and develop the class or whatever. So I would always, I was always taking money from that school fees. I never procured the bank draft. I was taking one note every day, with the hopes of replacing it with little shows I would do in school. And from 11,000, this money went down to 5,000, and then, and I never paid my school fees. And who did I call? My mom. I'm like, huh? Look what happened. My mom was like, where do I find the money now to replace? Your dad's gonna kill you. My dad literally killed me, but we moved on. What do I do for fun? People. I have a chef who I stole from a big hotel. So I like to have people convene because of food. I love food or the convenience of people via food. I love the beach a lot. I love dogs. I love music. And TLC ain't no hurt nobody, right? Yeah. What did I think my life would be like? I was going to do medical sciences. I was going to be a doctor at some point. But I didn't make the cut for JAM. The cut that JAM could afford me was something to study applied biochemistry. But I always thought to myself, like, I'm not the guy to take this certificate and go look for a job. I never saw myself like that. I knew I had something. I'll be very honest. I knew I had a gift that I could use. I could boycott the system. Because the system from home was school, certificates, look for job, marry, all that. But I think I just rebelled silently. I just revolted silently to that systematic upbringing. I never saw myself. When I told my dad about Big Brother, he was like, what are you talking about? But when he saw the van come with 7 white boys, and he said, hey, sir, we're looking for Gideon, he felt like, what's this kid done now? I was telling him and he didn't understand. He was like, ugh. But I'll tell my mom, like, yo, you have to believe me. It's gonna happen. And then the day he did, she was like, this boy, you said it too. So I think I revolted against that systematic upbringing. I always knew that this certificate, I will not use it. But that's where I'm thinking, like, how can I now use this thing when the platforms I want to express, it's not showing me what I want. This Hollywood is very far. All that, and luckily Big Brother happened. Yeah. And am I happy or am I who I want to be? Yeah, I think we are that brother we wanted to be.